for the treatment of poisoning is to accelerate the elimination of poison from the body. How can we do that? Using the method of purgation, diuresis, dialysis. Purgation, these are done by using higher laxatives, means facilitating the bowel evacuation, and it can be achieved by using osmotic cathartics. And basically, in case where the ingestion of poison has taken a long time, that is more than 1 hour, and volatile hydrocarbons are the reason for the poisoning. It can also be achieved by use of cathartics containing sodium and magnesium salts, where magnesium salts, they cannot be used in renal patients, means those who are suffering from renal failure, and sodium salts, they should be used with the caution, or they shouldn't be used in patients suffering from congestive heart failure. So considering these things, we should go for the choice of osmotic cathartic in order to achieve the purgation in case of poisoning. Or another approach is to achieve whole bowel irrigation. Whole bowel irrigation can be achieved by use of this polyethylene glycol based agents, which also maintain the electrolyte balance, means they are not interfering with the electrolyte balance in the body, and thus can be used effectively in the treatment of iron, lead, zinc, or poisoning due to illicit drugs, or the drugs or the chemicals that has done the toxicity due to their sustained release effect. So the next approach can be, we can go for induction of diuresis, that is forced urination. We can lead to the infusion of certain substances that can lead to the forceful diuresis or urination. Like in this, we will follow the approach of acidity or basicity. If the toxicity is due to the acidic substances like the salicylates, phenobarbital, or diflunisal, you should go for the alkalinization of the urine, means the infusion of alkaline substances, like you can go for the IV administration of sodium bicarbonate. Then in case of toxicity by the basic substances, you need to acidify the urine, and that can be basically achieved by using ascorbic acid or ammonium chloride like substances. Third approach in this case to accelerate the elimination of the toxic contents, we can go for the dialysis, that is the purification of the blood or the body fluids. In that, like purification of blood using this technique is called as hemodialysis or hemoperfusion, in which we are using basically the charcoal as an adsorbent or some other adsorbent resin to achieve that absorbing effect. So the amount of poison which is present in the blood with respect to the total body burden, that will decide the extent or the method we need to have to achieve the purification of blood. So it is also called as the extracorporeal method. Corporeal means the related to body, so it's not invasive. Outside the body, you are injecting the substances to the veins and all, and that is achieving the purification. So in case of methanol, ethylene glycol, or salicylate poisoning, we can go for the hemoperfusion, but the drawback is it leads to depletion of the platelets. In case of Peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneum, we know the outer covering of a outer covering that is enclosing our GIT organs. So here the invasiveness is through the belly region and that fluids are being purified, but this cannot be used in case of acute intoxication where this technique of hemoperfusion is successful, and it doesn't require the sophisticated personnel, and we can use it as soon as the patient enter into a hospital. So in that way it is convenient, but because it cannot be used in case of acute intoxication, so this is not a much preferred method in that case. So with this, students, we have covered basic definition, the death rates due to this poisoning these days, and then the goals to treat and prevent the poisoning, and but in this the major topic is still there, that is the use of antidotes. So that we will cover in the next lecture in order to increase your knowledge over the treatment part, basically using the specific antidotes for the poisoning. So thanks a lot.